All right, so I was, doing my thing, scrolling through Twitter, seeing if any baseball news happened, expecting nothing, to be honest. And I saw that the Nationals acquired Josh Bell from the Pirates for two pitchers, Will Crowe and Eddie Yean. And I'm looking back at the trade and I'm thinking, I don't know who really won the trade. I think this is an interesting one. I'm really unsure about this one. I look at Josh Bell, I go, are we going to get first half 2019 Josh Bell, or are we going to get like normal Josh Bell, who, to be honest, has been a little bit of a disappointment. So I really don't know. I'm really unsure about what the Pirates are going to get with Will Crowe and Eddie Yean. The Pirates don't really have a good history of developing pitching. So I feel like, I don't know. I'm kind of at a toss-up with this trade. I feel like it could go either way, and I'm interested to see how it goes. So today we're going to be doing a Nationals rebuild with, of course, the new addition of Josh Bell, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you do, consider hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well, and of course get in the comment section, let me know what you guys think of this trade down below, because I know Josh Bell was rumored to go to the Yankees a couple weeks ago along with like Jameson Taillon. They were trying to do some like big mega deal, but apparently that didn't work out, so we're gonna be doing the Nationals instead. Let's hop into it. All right, so what I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna have the budgets on this time, like ignore budgets off, so we have to worry about it. I want to see how it really how it does things a little bit differently. See how it comes into play with like the CPU over the next couple seasons while we do this rebuild. We're gonna hop into the regular season. Josh Bell's already on the team. I've already made the adjustments you guys can see here, so we should be good going forward. We're gonna hop into the offseason like I normally do, and then we'll just go from there. All right, so let's figure out what we want to do with free agency here. So Doolittle, Cabrera, Suzuki, Howie Kendrick just retired, but these three are free agents. Brock Holt, pretty sure is still a free agent. Josh Harrison is someone they brought back this year, like this upcoming season. Zimmerman's a free agent, and then Wellington Castillo they just brought in. So I'm gonna keep those two guys. I do want to bring back Sean Doolittle. He's normally a pretty good like reliever that's just always good to have in franchise, but let's just wait and see. Let's see what other arms we can get in free agency, just to kind of keep it somewhat realistic. And if we can't find anybody else, then we'll bring them back. I'm gonna make sure we don't lose any of those players in the Rule 5 draft. So I'm gonna add them to the 40-man. Arbitration. Maybe not Sam Freeman. Eric Thames was let go as well, so I'm gonna let him walk. But I guess everybody else I'll offer arbitration to. Contracts, gonna give it to everybody as well. And then free agency. This is kind of where I want to improve the team, because Austin Voth, I'd rather have Austin Voth here. Maybe move like Harper somewhere into the bullpen somewhere for any of these arms that like didn't do well, like Wander Suero, someone like that. Pick up two decent starting rotation arms. And then this is, let's see here, let's figure this out. Why is Eric Thames in center? What happened here? Okay, so Victor Robles in center. I don't know what happened to my lineup, because that was definitely not what I wanted. We still have Starlin Castro. Eric Thames is gonna walk. So I would like to get a right fielder over Andrew Stevenson, even though Andrew Stevenson did have a good season. And then like a good third baseman, which could be Key Boom or Luis Garcia, depending on how they did. Let's see here. Garcia 76, so we could call him up. Keyboom 77, yeah, could definitely get the call up as well. We could also find like a placeholder. Maybe not find a placeholder. Unless they wanted to move like a Semien or like a Didi Gregorius to second or third, which potentially could work. So let's see what we can figure out. I'll see you guys next season. So I'm going to start our first actual season off with a trade. Jake Knoll and Wander Suero for Nick Pivetta. That's going to be the move. I'm thinking of him as a long reliever. So are we in the regular season? Not yet, but I do want to show you the roster history that I have so far. So I signed a bunch of guys to like minimum contracts to fill out the minor leagues, but some players that I did bring in, Nick Pivetta, Trey Turner, I signed him to an extension, so we don't have to worry about losing him later on in the rebuild. I think it would have been the final year of the rebuild. And then the same thing with Josh Bell. I just signed him to like, I think a 4 or 5 year deal, just so that we wouldn't lose him later on in the rebuild. So there's that. What else did I do this offseason? There were a couple like prospects that I did end up getting. So let me show you those picks. I just got to remember their names now. One of them was a shortstop or a second baseman. Here he is, Travis Smalls. like, that's a well-rounded pickup. This guy could be like MLB ready by season 3, so we should have like a really strong infield. I brought in Jackie Bradley Jr. on a 1-year deal just to kind of have him as a platoon option in the outfield. Wilson Ramos, I brought him back, 1-year deal, someone to kind of work with Yan Gomes. We'll see how it goes. And I think that's really about it. I don't think I really went too crazy in the offseason. I just kind of tried to pick up players that would help fill out the roster. You can see Reynaldo Heineck is kind of the main pick you need to worry about. Our draft was actually pretty bad, so this is kind of the main guy to worry about. Another infield option. So let me get to the regular season and show you what kind of our lineup's gonna look like. So this is our bench. You got Garcia, Harrison, Tomas, Bradley, and Gomes. I like Starlin Castro. Obviously, he was a longtime Cub, but it might be time just to let Luis Garcia take over. The rest of the lineup, though, like, I'm pretty happy with. it. I don't know if we'll make the postseason this year. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I did bring in Ty Buttrey. That's another name. There we go. I was like trying to remember, because in the back of my mind I knew I didn't mention everybody that I signed in free agency. So like while trying to explain the roster to you guys, I was trying to remember. So my brain was going off in 2 different areas. I was trying to remember who that other player that I signed was. Ty Buttrey. There we go. We can finally check it off, because that was really bothering me. So okay, here we go. This is the team now. Armenteros was picked up off waivers, like in real life, like this current off season. I'm going to let Voth be that 5th starter for us. Pivetta's going to be the long reliever. I'm going to leave the bullpen untouched. Obviously, we got rid of Suero, and then Buttrey came in. So I guess it's not untouched. I guess I'm just an idiot for saying that. And then the lineup. I definitely think the lineup could use a little bit of tweaking. It could use a little bit more pop, since really we only have Soto and Bell as our main 2 power options. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really tempted to let Luis Garcia start, but maybe he needs 1 more year just to kind of develop those stats. Or do we just throw him in? I don't know. I'm going to think about it, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season. This first season, if we don't make the playoffs, I fully get that. We're a little tight on budget, mostly because of the 3 starting pitchers. It's just a lot of money being thrown at them. Plus, we're going to add Trey Turner's contract into it. I did bring back Sean Doolittle, but we do have a lot of players coming off the books next season, so we'll have the money to spend. Maybe make a couple trades as well. I know Victor Robles has been kind of in some trade talks, so we'll have to wait and see what we do. But I want to test it out this season, see how it goes. See you guys at the end of the year. All right, so I guess I was wrong. I didn't think I was making the postseason this year, but 97-65 taking on the Reds. Okay, all right. Did not expect that. Won the division by 9 games, and I mean 88-74 made the postseason as well. So okay. Looking at the team, pitching did really well. We're ranked 13th. And looking at the rest of the teams, the Dodgers, of course, they're always really, really good. In real life, they just added Tommy Kahnle. Like the Dodgers just have that pulling power. It doesn't matter what it is. They could offer a player like $1 million when they're worth like $10 million, and somehow they'd get them on the squad. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Trey Turner has led the league in triples, and then Max Scherzer had quite the year on the mound. So let's take a look at the awards. We got Gold Gloves and a Cy Young. Okay. Corey Seager was MVP. All right. Jose Abreu, Trevor Bauer with the Astros. Okay. Scherzer and Strasburg 1 and 2 for Cy Young. What else do we got? Did I say David Fletcher with the Brewers? Okay. All right. This one's getting a little crazy, for player moves, like trades and everything. So, all right, let's take a look at the team. Nick Pivetta, yikes. Not great. Only pitched 51 innings, too. Not what you like to see. Daniel Hudson was a little worse than last year. I'll probably let him walk since he does become a free agent. Luis Avilan was a lot better last year on a super cheap contract. Probably just end up sending him to the AAA and then bringing someone else in. Ryan Harper, I said I was looking to replace him, but you know what? He was actually really good. I'm going to keep him. Ty Buttrey was okay. I'll probably keep him for $3 million. That's a super cheap bullpen option. We have Will Harris, who becomes he's not a free agent. He might be a player I need to get rid of. He's going to tank in overall. And then Sean Doolittle was really solid. I might bring him back again. You know, it's just one of those things where he's really good. He does really well, and there's no reason to get rid of him. Strasburg, solid. Scherzer was really good. I'm going to give him another season with the squad. Corbin. Armenteros was a little rough. Austin Voth was a big improvement, but I feel like these 5 are really strong. We don't really have anybody that can come up just yet, so we might as well just let these 5, you know, continue to, you know, just pitch. Armenteros and Voth, they're going to improve, so might as well let them, you know, be the 4 and the 5. Looking at the bench, Josh Harrison wasn't too bad as a bench option. I'll take that for sure. Luis Garcia, he got his at-bats as well. Did very well. He's definitely going to be starting at second base next year, especially since Starlin Castro becomes a free agent. Might as well go with the young guy with a lot more potential. Trey Turner, one of the most underrated players in baseball, balled out, especially in the leadoff role. Holy cow. We got Starlin Castro. People think he's somehow going to get 3,000 hits. I don't know how they expect him to do that, but it's not going to happen. But he had an okay year. Nothing too crazy. Juan Soto, fantastic season. Josh Bell, great season. Love to see it. Asdrubal Cabrera wasn't bad. You know what? 62 at-bats and got a hit in 20 of them. I mean, all right, there we are. Victor Robles is getting better. I'm going to... Ooh, do I want to keep him? We'll see how he does next year. And if he doesn't do well next year, we'll trade him, because we do have a year of arbitration where we can keep him and then ship him to another team. And he's got a crazy amount of trade value, so we might as well use it. Andrew Stevenson is actually a pretty solid outfielder for us. I don't think there's a reason to try to get a better outfielder, because he's $3 million. He's actually got decent attributes and he's putting up good numbers. Unless we find like a crazy good like Aaron Judge or something like that, there's really no point in replacing him. Keyboom, he was okay. We'll see how he does next year. But for now, I'm pretty happy with the team. We got this guy Travis Smalls who looks really good. We've also got that other second baseman, so we've got options. So let's see how this game against the Reds go. We win. Oh no, it's not the wild card. It was the series. So we swept them anyway. So yeah, we did win. All right. So now we face the Dodgers, who are just absolutely insane. They just don't lose. They always win. They're just the best team possible. So here we go. Bueller, Strasburg. We take a loss. We lose the second and the third, and we just get swept. We just get absolutely embarrassed. So not what you want to see, but the Angels defeated the Dodgers. Oh, okay, Dodgers, take a seat. All right. I like seeing that. What can we do with this team? Doolittle, how much do you want for like one more year? $5.5 million. Pretty sure that was exactly what I gave you. Might as well pay it to him. Scherzer's gonna want like 12. I gotta just do 1 year. I gotta see how much he decreases after this season. Hopefully he signs that. Castro, I'm gonna let walk like I mentioned, and then I'm gonna pick up this option. Pick up this option for Harper as well, and then looking. Josh Harrison, low-key was kind of good, but I feel like we can get different options, or and I'm gonna let the rest walk. I really need a good catcher to hit free agency. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble with a pretty bad catcher. So hopefully there's that. 40-man, I'm gonna add Mendoza. That's pretty much it. Arbitration wise, let's give it to everybody. Wilmer Defoe, we didn't even have him in the majors. He can definitely be a backup to replace like Harrison or Asdrubal Cabrera. So there's that. Pivetta, we'll give him one more shot. We'll add everybody else there. Contracts, everybody's getting a contract. And then looking at free agency, we definitely need a catcher. Please be a good catcher available. There's not. Probably going to bring back Yan Gomes. And I think that's really about it. All right, so the next trade, I'm going to get DJ Stewart. And you're probably thinking I'm crazy for trading for this. I want someone with a little bit more pop in the lineup that we can throw into the lineup like DH-wise whenever we need a DH. And on top of that, like he's not terrible. Like he could end up being kind of good for us. Be like that platoon outfielder that we rotate in and out. We're going to trade Will Harris, Jeffrey Rodriguez, and Sammy Infante. Plus, it's a lot cheaper to get this deal done. So there we go. I'm going to get to the regular season because everything should be set for us now. So let me do that. Let me get to the regular season. Let me show you what we did this offseason. And obviously, DJ Stewart, we brought in Mark Canha to be kind of like that platoon player, first base, corner outfield spots. Picked them up. 1 year deal. Who else did I bring in? This guy. This guy is the biggest pickup ever. What a catcher who can hit. Angelo Navarre. He's also got 82 fielding and 78 blocking. He was just sitting in free agency. Whoever let him go is psycho, but we got him. Picked up Raisel Iglesias as well as Hunter Wood and Pedro Baez, all on 1-year deals. You can see 4.5 mil, 1.5 mil, 3 mil. So that's like what? 8 mil, 9 mil, 10 mil. What did I just spend? 3.5. I don't even remember what I spent. 3, 4.5, 9. There it is. Boom. Quick maths. All right, there we go. So this is the team. Like I said, I want the pitching, the starting pitching to be left alone. I'm going to leave it as is, but I want it to be like the order like this. This is the order I want. Bullpen, Baez, Wood, and Iglesias came in. We kept Buttrey and Doolittle. And then, of course, the lineup. The lineup's a little changed. We'll see. I called up Jackson Reitz to be the backup catcher. Obviously, we have that Navarre guy who most likely I'll give the start to next year. But we got DJ Stewart, Tomas, Harrison, Wilmer Defoe. I always forget how it's pronounced. And then Canna's going to be our DH. This is the regular lineup, though. I might move Garcia down, but it's going to be Turner, Garcia, Soto, Bell, Robles. I guess I should show you the actual lineup. So this is going to be Garcia, and then this is going to be our catcher, Yan Gomes. Boom. It's going to be something like this. Maybe changed up a little bit, the order, but these are going to be the main starters. Offensively, the team did really well last year, so I figured let's not change it too much. Pitching did pretty well as well. So we have the players. We've added a couple new ones. I have faith in the squad. I think we're like 13th, 14th. So pretty similar to where we finished last year. Let's see how the season goes. All right, so we made it as a wild card team, 90 and 72. Okay, so we definitely are going to have to make some changes to the team. I already know that. Like this, if we're just barely, oh, wow. Wow, 11 games behind the Mets. Oh, boy. Okay, so, yeah, I was looking at our record. I was seeing some of the pitching ERAs and stats and things like that were popping up. Yeah, we definitely are going to need to change the pitching staff a little bit. The Rays had a really good year. Okay, so did the Mets, and obviously we know that because we didn't win the division. We got Rookie of the Year for Luis Garcia. Acuna and Meadows won MVP, 55 home runs. Second place was Muncy with 53 home runs. Oh, just casual stats, you know? Okay, so let's take a look, continue looking around the league, see what we got. Brad Hand, excuse me, holy cow. Dan Winkler was solid. Garcia was Rookie of the Year, along with Asa Lacy. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at this. So Pavetta's gone. We're not going to bring him back. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent this year anyways. Let's look for a new long reliever. Ryan Harper, outstanding. I'm probably going to try to bring him back one more season. We've got Baez, who, I mean, it was a 1-year deal. I'm not too sure I'll bring him back. We might go somewhere else with this. We'll see. It just depends. Like, that's not a bad season, but seeing the overall go down, not a good thing. Hunter Wood was good. Iglesias was okay. Buttrey was really good. He might move to be our new closer. And then Sean Doolittle struggled a little bit, but his stats are starting to go down. So the Doolittle era probably over. Strasburg was good. Scherzer was solid. Corbin struggled a bit, and for that kind of money, I might look to trade him. Armentero's really not getting much better, so he might be a trade piece. And then Austin Voth, you know, move him into that 4 spot, that 5 spot still. We might have our 5th man in the rotation set. So I'm thinking Scherzer probably done. It just sucks. He's just decreasing in rating too much. So really the only 2 that I want to keep right now are Voth and Strasburg. So we'll have to see what we can do this offseason. The bench, Canna was decent, 7 home runs, almost a 300 average. You know, he's going down in rating though, so he might be a player I look to move or not re-sign. I only signed him to a 1-year deal, so not re-sign him. And then let's take a look here. Trey Turner, great season. Not as good as last year, but still really, really good. Luis Garcia was Rookie of the Year. Juan Soto, crazy good year. He hit 50 home runs. Ooh, insane. Josh Bell, not as good as last year. Pretty close, though. Pretty similar to what he did last year. DJ Stewart was our DH versus righties, I believe it was. You know, limited appearances since we're in the NL, but he had a really good year. Pretty decent pickup. Yan Gomes, really good season. He's going to have some competition next year with Angelo Navarre, who had a really bad start to this season apparently, but we'll wait and see how it goes. But Yan Gomes, great year. Really good year at the age of 34. Andrew Stevenson had his first bad year, but still pretty good. 25 home runs. I will take that. I still think we're going to keep him. $3 million, super cheap. Victor Robles. I mean, 20 home runs, 11 triples, and 31 doubles, and 22 home runs, whatever. Like, those numbers aren't bad. It's just that it's not bad. It's not a bad year. I think I'm being a little too harsh on him. It's not a bad year. You wish it was a little bit better, like the OPS, the average, and on base percentage mainly, but it's not a terrible year. And Carter Kieboom, it's okay. It's definitely okay, but we have some competition. This guy, where's the second baseman that I drafted? This guy, really good hitting stats too. So let's see what we can do. Obviously, we have this playoff game versus the Braves. We win. Now we're taking on the Dodgers, and I probably should put Strasburg like right here and let Armenteros be the 5. Let's see how we do against the Dodgers this year. And we actually won a game, and we get eliminated there. That's tough, but now I know we definitely need to improve this team because, oh, the Rays got their revenge winning against the Dodgers. Ooh, okay. So 2 players retired. We didn't use them. Cano and Cabrera made the Hall of Fame. We'll see about that. Okay, so I don't think I'm bringing back anybody. Yan Gomes, maybe, but I'm going to wait till free agency because, like, does he want to be an everyday guy? He does, and I don't think he's going to be. I'll sign him for now. And Pedro Baez, I'm gonna hold off on Pedro Baez. I just don't have good feeling about it. It's just one of those things. I just don't. 40 man, not gonna lose that shortstop. Really good potential. Same with Jackson Rutledge. Don't want to lose him. Arbitration, not Pivetta. Pivetta can walk. I'll probably just release him immediately. Everybody else though, we'll give arbitration to. Yeah, I don't want you anymore. Sorry, you can go. We'll just do that right now. Contracts, everybody's getting a contract. And looking at it, I don't know about the catcher spot. Like, Yan Gomes had a great year, but he is 35. Is he going to hold that rating? That's the one thing I'm worried about. I'm going to see what kind of offers we can get for Victor Robles next year once the season starts. And really, outside of that, I might look for an outfielder. Like, Stevenson didn't have a bad year, but it's not good to see him take steps back rather than continue to develop. So we need a big improvement to the bullpen. We're going to try to look to add some starting rotation as well. So let's take a look, see what is available. I could try to get one of these guys. I think we're going to have to trade Corbin first. So let me see if I can find a trade for Corbin just to see if we can actually get, maybe sign one of those big names in free agency. Okay, so Armenteros and Corbin were 2 players I was looking to move. They're going to Colorado for Herman Marquez. The deal is like almost a third of what we're getting rid of. This is a move I'm really happy with. Plus, it's our last year. We really need to make a push for the World Series. All right, last season, and I'm looking for trades for Victor Robles. And I'm looking around the league, and I could get Cody Bellinger. Like, we're not too far off the deal. You can see that. But I've looked at his past seasons, and they haven't been great. Like, they've been good, but like it's not like I'm like, ooh, we definitely need to get him. I thought about Trent Grisham, but like last year wasn't fantastic. The year before was really good, and so was that year. But if we're going off of could get Trent Grisham. Trent Grisham's definitely a player I'm considering. I tried to trade for Jason Dominguez. We're a little bit over like the money situation, and I don't really feel like bringing in extra players that I don't need. Luis Robert, super close, really close. Thought about that one. Byron Buxton is a trade we could do, but like he's kind of a similar player to what Victor Robles has been putting up. So I feel like, do we really make the trade there? And I was looking around the league, and outside of those options, maybe an Ian Happ. Ian Happ's always good in franchise. That's definitely a player I was interested in. Do they have Chris Bryant? They do. Huh. I mean, yeah, we could do like a Chris Bryant move, like what's been talked about in real life. But Ian Happ, I feel like we're kind of getting not enough out of this deal. They got Vlad Jr. Oh, okay. No biggie. Dan Winkler. Okay, what about Rowan Wick? He's been pretty bad. And like I'm looking around the league, and I'm like, or not around the league, but with this team, and there's not a lot of players I want to trade for. So like I just feel like straight up Ian Happ for Victor Robles. Do we go? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go someone different. I'm going to go Trent Grisham. I don't remember the last time we got Trent Grisham was, but you know what? almost the same age. I think Victor Robles is a year younger. You know what? Almost the same contract. Let's give Trent Grisham a shot. We'll just straight up. I'm thinking about this too much. I'm starting to get a little just worked up about it. I'm like, God, what could I do? So this is the team. I'm thinking about trying to improve the bullpen somehow. Like Steven Matz out of the Rule 5 draft. Not great. Same thing with Thomas Pannone. Merrill Kelly was brought in. Kenley Jansen was brought in. Starting pitching, though. Marquez, who made through the trade. Sean Manaea, 3-year deal. I thought, okay, not a bad deal. Michael Fulmer, he's been decent. So not terrible. Super cheap deal as well. $12 million. That's like a steal in real life. So those are the moves there. Obviously now with the addition of Trent Grisham, we could definitely move him up in the lineup. This guy, wow, was the fact that I got him in free agency, and you guys are probably like, there's no way. Okay, let me show you. So we've the Rule 5 draft. Yep. Kenley Jansen, 1-year deal. I think it was like $6 million. Super cheap. We got Michael Fulmer, like I mentioned. Who else? Mitch. We brought him in. 2-year club option. Has had 2 really good seasons. So I'm banking on another really good season. And who else was it? It was a catcher. Damon Lewis. Free agency. Excuse me. He sucks behind the plate. But look at those hitting stats. I'm giving him the starting job. Sorry, Yan Gomes. I just think it's a better option. This is the team. No DH. We're going to go like this. Bring in Trent Grisham. Move him up a little bit in the lineup. And go like that. I think this is a strong team now. I'm going to stick with Carter Kieboom. His stats actually are getting a lot better. And then all I have to do is send down one person. I'll probably send down Yasmani Tomas. And that's our team. I have faith in this squad. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Let me send down Tomas really quick. Sorry, man. AAA is the spot for you. I guess I actually didn't need to now that I'm looking at it. I guess I didn't need to. Did they call up a pitcher instead? They didn't, but I want Steven Matz in this spot. I really need a better pitching staff. Like bullpen arm. Ooh, that's tough. But they called up Benji Gonzalez. No. Sorry, Benji. You should no. You got to go back down. We'll at least bring up Yasmani Tomas since a little bit better bat. So, do I go for the better pitcher? I have faith. We're going to crush it this year. Let's take a look where we're ranked. 6th. Oh yeah. That's a squad right there. So, let me make sure all the lineups are the way I want them, which they aren't. So, I kind of want them like this. So, that means things were definitely switched around. Trey Turner needs to lead off. He is our leadoff hitter through and through. And as good as Luis Garcia is, he's not our leadoff hitter. So can you please stop changing the lineup on me so much? I think something like, ooh, do we not have someone that hits lefties? Well, that could be a problem. He needs to start here. And that's the team. Yeah, I'll change it up. You guys know what I'm trying to get to. Like something like this with Trey Turner there. We'll put Josh Bell there. And yeah, something along the lines of this. This is a good squad. I really like it. I mean, this is the team. We've stayed within budget somehow throughout this entire rebuild. Don't know how we've done it, but we did, especially adding those new pitchers. This is a squad. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. And we won the division, 96 and 66. So we've been fairly consistent throughout this entire rebuild, but it looks like Michael Fulmer was a solid pickup. The ERA is a little bit high, but you know, kind of what we've been at. We're ranked 6th, 263 average. So no like standout team. Oh, the Yankees, of course the Yankees, but the Central's been weak. Like I feel like there's been the first season a team won 100 games. I'm pretty sure it was the White Sox, but every other season it's been like 80 wins. Okay, so the Angels are really good. I'm actually intrigued by this Angels team. It looks like the Angels just somehow pop off like in rebuilds now. And it also looks like my lineup was changed a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit. It looks like it was a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll take a look. We got the Rookie of the Year for that catcher we signed. We had three Gold Gloves, which the catcher should not have won a Gold Glove. And then a Cy Young went to Strasburg. So, okay. Acuna with back-to-back MVPs. Mike Trout won one. Strasburg, Cy Young above Luis Castillo, who had a lot better season, it looks like. Severino, Batting title, Luke Voigt. Okay. Reliever of the year, Rosenthal, aka Trevor blows them all. And rookie of the year, so we won the last 2 rookie of the years. Okay, so let's take a look at our pitching staff. Merrill Kelly, long relievers just weren't good. Hunter Wood struggled. Harper struggled. Thomas Pannone, okay. Steven Matt's not great. Ty Buttrey, jeez. Oh my. And then Kenley Jansen was very good. So bullpen was atrocious. Wow. That looks like the Nationals' normal bullpen. I know recently it's been good, but it's whatever. Sean Manaea, okay. You know what? Really happy with the starting rotation. That's what I want right there. That's what I expect. Let's take a look at our bench. Garbage. Andrew Stevenson has been, you know what, very consistent for us. I'm not going to take that away from him. But did they change my lineups like at all? No, it just looks like Andrew Stevenson got a lot of plate appearances. Like he was our main like bench bat / like player that just got in whenever we needed one. Luis Garcia, not as good as he was last year, but I mean he's gonna get better. Like he's 22. It's ridiculous. Juan Soto, very good season. Trey Turner shouldn't be in the 4 spot, but realistically he was leading off. So not great, not what you want to see. Carter Keyboom, 30 home runs, so he is definitely improving, and that's why I wanted to give him one more year, because I knew he was going to start to get better and better and better. Definitely had a good year. Josh Bell, the average and the on-base percentage is super low, but you know what? I'll take it. Almost 40 home runs. Trent Grisham, yes, thank you. A pickup that worked. I'm happy about that. 40 doubles as well, really solid. Mitch had a good year. You know, super cheap deal as well, so I'll take that. And then Damon Lewis. This might be the first time a catcher is good, like a catching prospect. What is this? Oh, wow. 32 doubles, 30 home runs, 311 average, and a 984 OPS with a 399 on base percentage. Max contract immediately. That guy's insane. Holy cow. All right, postseason time. Taking on the Dodgers. We're done. The season's over. Just kidding. We swept the Dodgers. Okay. Let's go Strasburg, Manaea, Marquez. Even though Fulmer was very, very good through the season, you got to go with the top 3, and we're going to get it swept. We're not going to get swept. Okay, Strasburg has been atrocious. What is going on? We'll make Fulmer needs to move up one more spot, so we'll go like that. Okay, I need the series to be kept alive, please. Okay, maybe Fulmer should have been our ace because he was outstanding, but unfortunately, that's how it ends. Man, that's tough. That's where it's gonna end though. But you know what? This is a good team. I feel like we've built something kind of good here. So Strasburg long term, yeah. Trey Turner long term, yep. Sean Manaea a couple more seasons. Soto, you got to throw the bag at him. You just got to. Fulmer, pretty cheap deal. Marquez, you could let him walk to afford Soto. You know, a couple other players do leave. Jansen, Gomes, Buttrey, Stevenson. So yeah, you definitely could afford Soto. May have to get a couple young players, cheap players to fill out the roster, but I feel like the team's looking good, and I hope you enjoyed this Josh Bell Nationals off-season type rebuild. And if you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Consider subscribing to the channel. And in the comment section, let me know, again, what you think of this Josh Bell trade. That's it, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.